Let's rev it up for an OCG Thursday with Speedroids in it. Make sure you guys smash everything, grab that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. The first list that we have today for OCG Thursday is Speedroids. Interesting. I always kind of had a feeling that Fearsome Fire Blast Heartbeat Pet Dragon was going to be Lyrilusc support, but no. It would appear that this was Speedroid support all along. So just remember, if you control a level 6 or lower wind monster, splash some of this card from your hand. So you know what the entire Speedroid deck is, right? It's all wind. I would have guessed. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, one copy of the Fearsome Fire Blast, so this will be one of our extenders for this deck. We have triple copies of Maxi. I wish we could play O-Lion. So basically, the cool thing with O-Lion in this deck is it basically allows your synchro plays to be a little bit more explosive at the end of the day. I do like what they're doing with this, but unfortunately it is pretty unbalanced. We have one copy of Pilica here, so this is an E-Telly target for this. And she also gives us the ability to, on normal or special, target a Wind Tuner monster in her graveyard and special summon that in face-up defense position. So this acts as a pseudo-extender, actually, for this deck. This is actually really good as well. One copy of the Hasty Horse. This is a typical card that we see a lot of in Speedroid decks. Two copies of the Car Turbo. One copy of the Den Daiko Duke. One copy of the Double Yo-Yo, and we have triple copies of the Magic Hounds. This is one of the new ones. When this card is normal summon, you can send a Speedroid card from your deck to the graveyard. And if this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, alright, oh, poor guy, you can banish this card, target one Speedroid monster in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck, and view your special summon one Speedroid Synchro monster from your extra deck with the same level but a different name and negate its effects. Card's really good if you can get to the game back to that point, but basically, putting more bodies on the field is good. We have the triple copies of the Marble Machine, two copies of the Red-Eyed Dice, one copy of the Rubber Band Plane, triple copies of Talcum Tum Board, because it's just a generic extender all the way around for the deck, one Terratop, and one copy of the Tri-Eyed Dice. Now we have generic good stuff spells here to kind of float out the rest of the engine. So we have two Call by the Grave, triple Crossout Designator, two E-Telly, one copy Speed Recovery, and then we have triple copies of the Speedroid Roulette. Now remember, this is, if you roll a really bad number, it's still fine, but discard a card, roll 6-sided dice, so summon up to 2 Speedroid monsters from your hand or deck whose total level equal the result. So has to equal, can't be less, but good news is at least if you roll a 1, you can summon the Red-Eyed Dice. Alright, so even at the end of the rainbow, you still have options available to you. Then we have one Imperm, and one copy of the Brigade. So Brigade, banish one wind monster from your graveyard, and then target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. During the main phase, if this card was in your graveyard, you can target one Speedroid monster control, reduce its level by 1, and if you do, special summon this card as a normal monster. So, it does give you the ability to come onto the field as a token to have extension plays with. You can drop it with Magic Hound. It's actually not bad whatsoever. Down here in the extra deck, we have one Auroradon, one Rubber Band Shooter, one Wind Pegasus, one Geo, one Mushroom, one Puzzle, one copy of the Hagito, two copies of the new Cork Blaster. This lets you have the ability to search for the roulette, so you can actually have this as an extender, actually, which is pretty good. Two Crystal Wing, one copy of the Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, one Cosmic Blazer, one Fast, and one copy of the Baroness Defleur. We are not playing the level 11 Synchro for this build. Side deck here we have two Lancia, one Pankratops, two Nibiru, triple Gamma, one Driver, one Cosmic, one Heartbeat Feather Duster, triple Lightning Storm, and one copy of Infinite Permanence, wrapping up some much needed love for Speedroids. I'm actually super excited to see if this deck will actually hold its own come the TCG. We already know how absurdly good Baroness is. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what absurdity that this card can actually bring to the table. Next up, Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade. So we've already kind of talked about how busted this new stuff was, but see what we got here. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, one DD Crow, triple copies of the Barrel Canary. So if this card is in your hand, you target a Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard, special summon both this card and that target, and you can add special summons for the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for Exceed monsters. That's fine. Alright, so generic revival. The Celesti Wagtail here, if this card is special summon, you can add a Lyrilusc spell trap card from your deck to your hand. Alright, so we can search for our Bird Call. Alright, it's so good. And then we have the 2 Cobalt Sparrow, the 2 Sapphire Swallow, and the triple copies of the Turquoise Wobbler, the more generic stuff here. And then we have the 2 copies of Maxi, 1 copy of Apex Avion, triple copies of Fractal, 1 copy of Karis, 1 kit, and 2 copies of Nerval. And then we have 2 copies of Call by the Grave, triple copies of Crossout Designator. And then this is where we start getting into the good stuff here. So Bird Call, this card is so stupid good. So add to your hand or send to the graveyard 1 Lyrilusc monster from your deck. So you either get a dump or you get an add. Okay, well that's good. Then you can special summon 1 Lyrilusc monster from your hand with a different name than what you added or dumped. It just amazes me that such a powerhouse card gets a chance to exist, man. Like, this is so good. We have the 1 copy of Lyrilusc Bird Sanctuary. So, you can target 2 winged beast seed monsters you control. Attach to one of them all materials attached to it to the other as material. If you control an exceed monster with 3 or more materials, you can draw a card. Okay, on my way. This card's bonkies good. We have 1 for 1, 1 Rendezvous, 1 Talents, and then 2 Revolts. Extra deck here we have the 1 Ominous Omen, 1 Frigette, 1 Simorgh, 1 Almirage, the 1 Double Dragon Lords, the 1 Utopic Future, the 1 Basic Utopic Future, the triple copies Recital Starling, and then we have the Assemblo Robin. This is the other troublesome card. So gain 7 attack for each material attached to it. That's fine. That's basic stuff. If your opponent special summons a monster, except during damage step, detach a material from this card, target one of those monsters, and return it to the hand. Hey, that's not a once per turn. So anytime that my opponent tries to play the game, we just go boopity bop and kick it back to the hand. Alright, yes, that's really good. We have 2 copies of Assembled Nightingale, 1 Downer Magician, and 1 Divine Arsenal Zeus. Side deck here we have triple Ansia, 1 DD Crow, 1 Pankratops, 1 Ghost Spell, 2 Nibiru, 1 Heartbeast Featherduster, triple Lightning Storm, 1 Mystic Mind, 1 Red Reboot, and 1 Revolt, wrapping up an interesting take on, well, Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade. Last list we have here, this is Rikka, by the way. There's been a lot of Rikka kind of turning heads lately, and it's very interesting because we just saw a couple TCG lists come out of the woodwork with this stuff, so it is kind of nice to see that even like the OCG's messing around with some of these cool concepts. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 1 copy of Effect Veiler, 2 copies of Ghost Bell and the Haunted Mansion, 2 Lone Fire Blossoms, triple copies of Maxi, 2 copies of Mudan, 1 copy of Primula, triple copies of the Rikka Petal, 1 copy of Snowdrop, and we have 1 copy of the World Carrot Weight Champion. Then we have 1 Foolish Barrel, 1 Harpy's Featherduster, triple Prosperity, triple Rikka Glamour, 2 Infinite Permanents, 2 Sheets, 2 triple copies of Solemn Judgment, triple Strike, and triple Torrential Tribute. Extra deck we have 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Jasmine, 2 Teardrops, 2 copies of Hypertron, triple copies of Serena, 1 Assembled Nightingale, 1 Kenzanshi, 1 Downard, 1 Zeus, 1 Alcyon, and the 1 copy of Omega. Side deck here is triple copies of Lancia, 1 copy of Pankratops, triple Gamma, 1 Driver, 2 copies of Lightning Storm, 1 Raigeki, 1 Dimensional Barrier, triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up Rikka. Of all things, though, it is interesting to see that this deck can still perform up to the metagame standards. At least, like, even as, like, a fun, roguish deck. Like, there's a lot of cool potential to be had here. And honestly, this is one of the more fun decks that you can actually kind of pick up and mess around with. So, out of the OCG, Speedroids actually look a lot of fun. Of course, Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade getting that huge upgrade into almost not fun territory is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And some interesting rogue picks for you guys. So what do you think about this week's list? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I look forward to always reading the comments. All of this cool, crazy stuff. And of course, smash your the subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on today with more awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well,
I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.